car recording. Here we go. Although I am in a moving vehicle, I think this is an important message to myself and beyond. Okay, let's talk about ascension, 3D to 5D, New Earth, and integration. So what triggered me into exploring this conversation is naturally just scrolling around and kind of seeing a pattern. And any opinion my attached self disagrees with is really just an invitation to more deeply explore what is resonant to my energy blueprint. It has nothing to do with anyone else or the illusion of being right and wrong or spiritual hierarchy. And within that awareness, with self-compassion around our natural inclination to judge and to sift through contrast, right? That's what we're doing. We're sifting through contrast. We're choosing what resonates and what doesn't. And it is so easy. Oh my gosh, it is so easy to just so quickly go into the polarization of me versus you, right, wrong, and kind of create this whole identity, this entire vortex based upon what someone else said that you don't agree with. I do it all the fucking time. This is not me saying like, oh, I've evolved past blah, 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 blah. Okay, hold on. Incoming seatbelt click. Boop. Following the laws. So, I'm here to discuss the part of the spiritual path that feels separate, right? So there's a part of the spiritual journey that I think is highlighted, and I think because it's an early part of the spiritual journey, and I think the past 5, 6 or so years have been a huge spiritual awakening for a lot of people. That's not to say that someone who perhaps awakened longer ago is better or whatever. It is what it is. And I see the attachment to the spiritual self manifesting as separation from the, in quotes, mundane. For example, I don't like being around people who don't talk about spiritual things, who don't eat the way I eat, who don't, I don't know, go deeply into this type of conversation. I don't like to be around people who listen to rap music or pop music. I mean, and so on and so on and so on and so on. Now, I understand the resistance, right, to perhaps the perceived mundane conversations, the irritation, it can feel inside to be around things that don't feel resonant. But, and a lot of times it goes to like, well, I've gone into this higher frequency and this other person's experience is lower frequency, and I'm ascending into 5D and there's a split, so it's 3D and then 5D, and that's all not exactly how it works. And I'm like, honestly, I do not see this talked about really anywhere. And I also don't look, to be honest. I don't look around anymore and see, is anyone else talking about it the way I am? Like, I don't care. I trust myself and my intuition and my ability to channel more than I trust anyone else, whether it be Bashar, Abe Hicks, whoever, wherever, Dolores Cannon's writings. I don't care. And that's where we should all get to. We can sift through information, keep what resonates, and release the rest. So whatever, enough about me. But there's a part of the spiritual journey where you prioritize, naturally it feels better to be integrated as opposed to separated. To separate oneself from what is perceived as 3D is 3D. Okay? I'll say that again. To separate oneself from what is perceived as 3D is participating in the illusion of separation that is dense within the third density. That's just energetic reality. It's literally just energetic reality. When we talk about the split between the 3D Earth and 5D Earth and these timelines, it's like not that. It's not that 3D Earth is just like spins off and obliterates herself. Okay, not in the Aquarian age. In the Piscean age, it's hard to explain how I'm seeing it in the quantum field. Because I visually see a lot of these channeled messages. I get the visuals as I'm speaking. So now that we are in the bridging period into the new age of the new Earth, the Aquarian age, the end of the Kali Yuga, okay, it's the 3D Earth herself ascending, not leaving aspects of herself. So it's not a matter of I'm in 5D, you're in 3D, peace out. It's, this is integration. This is taking all of the aspects of 3D and seeing the divinity in all of it. You know what feels more ecstatic than being in a group of like-minded people who believe everything you believe and who are as spiritual as you are and who are all ascended and blah, blah, blah? What is more exciting and ecstatic than that is being in a room of people who your third dimensional self declared as separate, but you are enough in tune with the higher self, with the aspects of the soul functioning in these higher densities that are not subject to separation, and you feel so much fucking love for everyone and everything around you. That is the spiritual journey. That is the new Earth. The new Earth is a melting pot of culture and love and appreciation for what is. Not a pushing away of what is declared not good enough or not light or not this or not that. So the real action opportunity, the real practice is to be aware of your resistance to what is. Be aware of your resistance to the people who, quote unquote, aren't in your frequency. Because guess what? If they're around you, they're in your frequency. Like, literally not possible to experience anything not somewhere within your frequency. Literally not possible. The universe has a perfect algorithm. And you are being fed on your For You page, your For You reality, everything within your frequency. And guess what? We're all on planet Earth together. We're all on planet Earth together. And I get confused about anyone arguing with that reality, claiming that, like, there's these, I don't know, there's these TikToks where it's like, if you are experiencing this or that, you're in the new Earth. No, what do you, we're all, yes, we're experiencing all different realities, but then you zoom out from that, and the collective consciousness is also one reality within containing all of our separate realities, right? And the end integration point of the 9 densities that segmented from the initial fragmentation of source moving through the prism of Lyra is basically like the first density being integrated into the second density being integrated into the third density being integrated into the fourth being integrated into the fifth being integrated into the sixth to the seventh, and so on, and then back through the prism. So it's not like does that make sense? Like, I don't know, like, do I need to diagram this? I think I'm making some sense. So, personal example, because how else, I don't know, that's how I learn. And I also learn through other people sharing personal examples as well, because it's relatable. So, personal example, I go to this Russian banya, which is a bathhouse that has saunas, cold plunges, etc. I spend a few hours there, a few days a week at this point, because it's just a beautiful thing. And usually I go during quiet times, and it's a very meditative experience. Not a lot of talking, not a lot of hustle and bustle. The other day I went, and it was crowded as fuck. But because I had been practicing my Kundalini regularly, I have been really tapping into being aware of resistance and all of these things, I talk about all the time, just awareness and compassion and blah, blah, blah. I was aware that this was a really beautiful learning opportunity for me. This was a gift. So I'm in the sauna, and there's a group. First, there's like a group of dudes just talking, just being bros. I don't know, like, were they in college? Like, I don't know. And so I was very aware of a part of myself that was like, shut the fuck up. And I felt that feeling in my body. So I like kept breathing. I lay down in the sauna. I kept breathing. And I was like, they're having a lot of fun. And I started to smile. I was like, that's really cute. They're like a group of guys. They're having a lot of fun together. They're laughing. This is really sweet. And they're talking about funny things, and I'm just smiling. And I'm like, okay, this is, so like continuing to breathe into the resistance and just being like, this is integration point. It would be really easy for me to declare myself as, I'm here to meditate. I'm here to be spiritual. You shut the fuck up. But like, that's not spiritual or meditative. Spirituality and the meditative spaces are meant to be integrated. Okay? So I practiced that integration, and it was ecstasy. It was ecstatic. It was taking that stream of high frequency that you experience in the neutral space of the mind and just like feeding it into my reality, feeding it to the people around me, feeding it into my present experience, not separating myself from it. And that was a big lesson for me, a big pivot point in my practice. I think a touchstone for me, where I find myself in situations and, to ask yourself, how can I appreciate this? How can I soften my resistance to what is? Because there is no mistake in what is. There's a Byron Katie book. It's called Loving What Is. highly recommend her work. Honestly, some of the best work out there, and it's simple as hell. It like asks 4 questions, like cognitive kind of, and it's similar. It's about like, in my head in the sauna, I could have been like, they should really stop talking, and then ask yourself, is that true? Do I absolutely know that that is the truth of reality and God's will and the universe's will and the law of oneness, blah, 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 will, that they should stop talking? I'm like, oh, actually, no. Okay, so what do I feel in my body when I believe the thought, they should stop talking? Resistance, heaviness, irritation, sadness, anger, separation, impatience, so on. My heart rate goes up. I tense in my neck and shoulders. I feel anxious, blah, blah, blah. Okay, who would I be without that thought? Peaceful, calmer, happy, appreciative of them, receptive, allowing. Mhm. I relax. My belly softens. My solar plex expands. My heart softens. I feel happy. Feel excited. You see where I'm going with this? And the going through questions like that is like a practice, but it's basically working on integration and non-resistance. So, did I make sense? Did I go in circles? Was this a linear conversation on my podcast? I have no idea, but I think it's a good thing. So I hope you got something out of this. If you are listening to this in real time, meaning I don't know what day it is. It's Monday, April 27th, 26th, 25th, something like that. I'm driving, otherwise I'd look. If you are interested in exploring cosmic Kundalini Yoga meditation, all right, that's my style of teaching it, cosmic Kundalini Yoga meditation. I learned traditionally Kundalini as Tapa Yogi Bhajan. Then shit went down in that community, and I was like, all right, well, good thing I never really identified with it anyway. Pivoted a little bit, went into Swami Sivananda. God, I hope that's his fucking name. Looked into his tantric work, Kriya Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, and then obviously I integrate the hell out of. I visually see energy. I know what mudras work. I know what the mantras are doing to the electromagnetic field. I know what the pranayama is doing to the layers of your 10 bodies. I know what my ET guys have to say about it. I know the place that this practice has in the bridging of the new earth for the humans, for us humans. So, if you want to learn with me, intro, foundational, you can. You can. Program, 5 weeks, live classes, starts May 1st. It's only $147 for the entire program. It's a steal, it's a deal, it's epic, it's interactive, community, and you also get, I'm like yelling at you, but you also get an entire month of my Patreon membership of Cosmic Kundalini Yoga meditation classes, which is weekly classes. So again, huge deal, huge opportunity that if it resonates, if it feels right for you, if it feels exciting for you, if it is financially comfortable for you, then I invite you to join. I'll put that in the show notes. You can also visit me on Instagram at XO Kirgrace, KIRGRACE, and thanks for hanging with me. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Cosmic Tea. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share on your socials, leave a review, tag me, share with your friends. All of the things really help me, and I appreciate it so much. Also, if you want to hear from me every single Monday morning in your email, subscribe to the Magic 5. It's a free newsletter filled with Starseed Transmissions, magical tidbits, astrological happenings, and of course, unhinged human riffs on life. Show notes, baby. Take a peek, click it, subscribe, and I will see you in your inbox. Bye.